Footwork by his receiver. Able to create some space at the top of his route, and the ball's delivered right on time.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Now, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Geno now to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And able to work his way down to the 16. 2nd and 3. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Koo now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there at one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. This is taken at the 18. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
One of the most hyped, talked about prospects to enter the league at tight end. Kyle Pitts certainly delivered and probably exceeded expectations as a rookie. Hit 1,000 yards and ranked 3rd among tight ends and 2nd among all rookies in receiving. Sky, absolutely the limit for this young man. A nice pickup there for a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This pass complete, out wide to Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And it's caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute for halftime. 3 tight ends up front here. Power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now Geno on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for... Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
22 yards. And that's good for the Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
3rd down.
Now Geno. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for DK Metcalf.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Come on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. A give for Walker running right. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
Smith on 3rd down. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Smith now to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the...
Well, they certainly had success into this one. They've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's London. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. 2nd and 9 now. And Wilson with it, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 16. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
80 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the right hash, this from 33. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a fake field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they tried the fake with this wide of a margin up that big. But like you said, kudos to the D.
Yeah, if the blood wasn't bad before,
it is now.
It might have started that way now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he will lose lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Smith to the right side. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. To the air again, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Smith. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10. Geno now to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On second and 10. Smith setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. And that will be incomplete. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 103 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all time. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Falcons, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.